Okay, good morning, algebra students. Another day of inequalities. So grab your calculators. We're going to put it all together and add a little more thinking. Okay, so now we're putting it all together. So again, adding, subtracting, multiplying, dividing, flipping signs, not flipping signs, and all the above, and graphing. So for number one, again, we're doing this just like equations. So you would add 2. Okay. And make sure you watch the video all the way to the end today. So we have 3x is less than 12. Okay. Divide by 3, and you get x is less than 4. That's your solution. We have 3, 4, 5. Hollow circle, and it's a less than. Okay, I think you could do that one. Number 2, we're going to minus 8. Okay. Now, we have 4a is greater than or equal to negative 8. We're going to divide by a positive 4. Okay, same as we did on the first one. Since we are dividing by a positive, we do not flip the sign. And negative 8 divided by 4 is negative 2. Because we divided by a positive, we do not flip the sign on either one of these problems. Then be careful. Those negatives still make me a little nervous for some of you. Fill in the circle and to the right. So again, be careful. No flipping on those so far. Okay, number 3. Okay. I'm going to start by minusing 2. Okay. Goes away. So we have b over or divided by negative 3 is less than or equal to 1. Now I'm going to multiply by negative 3 or negative 3 over the 1. Now I'm multiplying by a negative. Oops, I didn't write it on this side. My bad. Okay, when I multiply by a negative, that is when I flip the sign. So this one you do flip the sign because the number in red is negative. Okay, so this was negative 3, negative 4, negative 2. Okay, so that's the biggest difference. Are you getting that? Sometimes you do, sometimes you don't. Be careful. Okay, because the number in red. Okay, number 4, add 6. Okay. Now again, I like to assign the negative to the number so it doesn't get lost in the variable. So that's a negative 2 as well. Then I'm going to multiply by negative 2 or negative 2 over 1 just to cancel that out. Okay, so we have a C here, we have a 4 here. Is the number I'm multiplying by a negative? Yes. So that's when I flip it again. Here was another flipper because the number in red. Okay, so we have 4, 3, 4, 5, and graphing to the direction. So can you tell the difference between the first 2 and the second 2? Okay. Ooh. Okay. Ooh. I don't know why this is clicked on. I'll try and get it off of there. If not, we're just going to do our best. Okay, number 5, put it all together. We are going to distribute. So we have 8 is less than or equal to negative 4d plus a negative 4. Okay. Now, we're going to add 4. Has nothing to do with multiplying or dividing, so we're not even thinking about flipping yet. So this is 12 and negative 4d. Now, getting d by itself, I have to divide. Anytime I multiply and divide, I think, is the number I'm dividing by a negative? Yes. So I have to flip the sign because the number in red is negative. But this is one of those double doozies. I need the variable on the left and the number on the right and the little pointy arrows at the variable and the alligator is eating the number. So again, do you see this is almost like a double flipperooski? Okay. Okay. So filled in circle and going that way. It's important. Ooh, that's a weird arrow, but you get the idea. Okay, couple more. Now we only need to solve. Now be careful. Are you awake here? Okay, because I'm telling you it's going to get a little weird, so pay attention. So think, what's smaller? I'm going to move the smaller so I don't have a negative. If you need to do this, do that. Okay, so first I'm going to combine n's. I'm going to add 4n because that lessens my chances of having to divide by a negative at the end, which gets a little messy. Okay, that's gone. So we have 5 plus 2n is greater than 8. Okay, now minus 5. I have not even thought about flipping a sign because I'm not dividing or multiplying yet. So I have 2n is greater than 3. Okay, now I'm dividing. Okay, so far so good. Dividing by a positive, I'm just going to go this way, means I do not flip the sign. I leave it that same way, and 3 over 2 is just 1.5. I look at my directions. It doesn't say I have to graph, so I am done with this as my answer. Okay, now wake up, people. Here's the fun stuff. Okay, look at your problem. If you need to do keep, change, change. Now, get rid of your variables first. I'm going to minus 6h minus 6h. Okay. Right here, do you see the h's go away? And right here, do you see the h's also go away? So I am left with negative 18, a less than symbol, and 1. Now, this is different than the equal sign. You actually have to think this is a less than sign. Okay, is negative 18 less than 1? Is the alligator eating the bigger number? If negative 18 is less than 1, yes. Okay, so that actually does make sense. Negative 18 is a smaller or lesser number. Okay, let's do the same thing here. Now, just solve. Here we go. So I'm moving the p's first just by adding or subtracting. Okay, so I have 7p plus 4 is greater than or equal to 25. Okay, I'm going to minus 4, and I got 7p is greater than or equal to 21. Now, when I divide, I'm thinking, do I flip the sign? Is the 7 a negative? It is not. So it's just p is greater than or equal to 3. That's your solution. It's just like those one solution ones, but it's actually on a number line. Okay? Okay. So far, so good. Bigger ones. First things first, combine like terms. Okay, now what happens? I'm going to minus 3j and minus 3j. Again, I'm not multiplying or dividing, so I'm not even thinking about flipping, but I notice those things cancel. And I am left with a 6, a less than symbol, and negative 2. So again, another less than. Is 6 less than negative 2? No. Nope. So that's a no. That is a no solution compared to the other one. I'm just going to flip back. Yes, this would be an all real numbers type of situation. This is no, no, no solution. Okay, let's try another one. Okay. Distribute, be careful. 12 times 1/4 in your calculator would be 3w, plus 12 times 3 is 36, another distribution, 3W minus 12. Okay, now I'm going to get rid of my variables first. And then I'm going to notice something. Oh, here we go again. Mrs. Strebler did it to us again. We have 36 is less than or equal to negative 12. Is 36 less than or equal to negative 12? No. That's a no solution as well because it's a no. Okay, I have a couple just thinker problems. Here we go. What happens if we end up with something like 6 is less than or equal to 6? Is 6 less than or equal to 6? Yes. So that would be in all real numbers. Now, compared to what if it was just less than? Is 6 less than 6? Is 6 less than 6? Actually, no, because they equal. It doesn't have that little equal sign. So that would be a no solution. So do you see the difference? Please be careful on those. You have to remember what that little line underneath the symbol means, or equal to. One little thing can make a big difference. Okay, be careful on your worksheet. Show all your work. Check your answers before doing that formative, okay? Have a great day. Let me know if you have issues.